So the Christmas event has recently just begun on Hypixel Skyblock. Nitros, it's still November. Why would they do that? Yeah, that's a good question, actually. Regardless of that, there's actually a ton of new things that are actually really helpful within the game, and because of this event, certain things have increased in price, meaning that this can actually be really profitable. Number one, we see there's an event going on at the moment. For now, we're going to completely ignore the chaos around us and talk to Genero. And basically what we have here is a quote-unquote advent calendar. So what you need to essentially do is gift players. Each unique player that you gift a gift to counts towards potentially getting some decent rewards. You know, at the maximum we have things like an expensive toy, gift of learning, a ton of frozen bait. You know, there's decent rewards. But then you come to the realization that pretty much every single hub right now in Skyblock is filled with this, getting about 3 FPS, and a lot of people actually probably not even gifting people because the server lags out so much that people just can't actually click the gifts and so on. It could actually be quite difficult to give unique players. Nevertheless, this is a pretty cool idea. Who doesn't like free things? Also, if we talk to Ierne, why don't they just make the name slightly easier to say? Like, I feel when there's a new NPC, I'm always just struggling to pronounce it. Anyway, yeah, I mean, we've had things like this in the store before, in Inari's Emporium. Things like the gold gift talisman that was here last year. But we now have other things like this mythic top hat that makes your snowman pet mythic, which I'm not sure how useful that really is. Maybe we'll have to take a look at it. We also have this enchantment here, Refrigerate, which grants 5% of the mana used to cast abilities as defense for 10 seconds, up to 1,000 defense. That's pretty cool. You can also get Winter Fragments. Let's actually take a look. A level 100 Snowman Pet. What perks do we actually have? Well, we have an extra perk, which is called Ouch. Your snowballs have 50% chance of dealing double damage. Which, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, the snowman is mainly just like a passive damage pet, so maybe that's not too bad. I don't know how useful it actually is in the grand scheme. But if I'm being honest, one of the most interesting things that's happened as a result of this update is actually coming to us through one of the most boring skills in the game, and that would be fishing. But before we find out how, if you are planning on purchasing anything from the Hypixel store, make sure to use code NITROS, it gets yourself 5% off. Also, you should subscribe to the channel, it does help out a lot. And you should join the Discord server, it's linked in the description of this video. We offer slayers and dungeon carries, so if you need carries and want to make some coins, make sure to join. Anyway, regular fishing is actually pretty profitable, especially in the Jerry Island, because you can fish up things like Yetis, which give you a chance of getting a baby Yeti pet. Of course, there's many other things to make coins with too. But if we just take a look at the prices of gifts, 5,000 coins per white gift. And sure, they regularly sat at around 2.5k, and they did actually spike at what, like... Bizarre Tracker, hello, please. Around about 8.5k, which is kind of crazy. Now, of course, there's many different ways that you can actually get gifts. One of them, of course, being fishing, or just simply walking around and collecting gifts, or even mining them out of the ice in the cave. What I'm trying to say is basically just general activities that you take place in the Jerry Island are over twice as profitable, and were 3 times. But what else is there to know? Jerry's workshop is open through the end of December, so I mean, I guess that is the whole of December. Also, every day that you log on in December, you'll get gifts just like an advent calendar like we had last year. You can obtain a refined bottle of Jaya, drink to boost your intelligence for 300 for 60 minutes. It's okay, I guess. Drinking this potion grants you permanent +1 intelligence. You must drink 5 bottles before it loses its magical energy. So, interesting. +1 intelligence. That is crazy. Game changing, actually. Now, this is interesting. Winter Fragments. Used to upgrade the Yeti Sword, Glacial Scythe, and Ice Spray Wand. Used to upgrade. Huh. That's interesting. But to get these Winter Fragments, you need 10 North Stars, which isn't too many, but you also need a Volcanic Rock. And the Volcanic Rock costs the best part of 6 million coins. The Volcanic Rock can be obtained from successfully defending the final gift pile in the Season of Jerry. Now, I can't seem to find whether that's a guarantee, or whether that is just sort of, you have a chance of dropping that at the end. But regardless, the potential to make like 6 million coins from each like event is actually really, really interesting. It's cool, along with the amount of gifts that you get as well. So it could actually be really good for money. But in addition to that, it'd be interesting to see what these Winter Fragments actually do to those items. I see, it's just essentially like fragging a regular item. So for instance on the Glacial Scythe it's going to give you plus 10 intelligence and plus 10 base damage, which is not bad at all. However, it's really expensive considering you'll need 8 Winter Fragments, and for each Winter Fragment it's going to cost you about 6 million coins. Sorry, no, for each Winter Fragment it's going to cost you about 3 million coins, because it's 1 Volcanic Rock per 2. Yeah, meaning that sort of like upgrade one of these items, it's going to cost you about 24 million coins at the moment. Plus you also need to get a few North Stars, which isn't too difficult. For instance, on the Yeti Sword, it gives you plus 10 damage, plus 15 strength, and plus, well, actually the same intelligence. And on the Ice Spray, it gives you plus 8 damage and plus, okay, maths, is that plus 17 intelligence? So it's not bad, it's just really expensive at the moment. And pretty unsurprisingly, there's only one fragged Glacial Scythe on the market. Other winter changes, there are now more gifts being rewarded in each gift pile during the main event, which is even better because they're so expensive. There's also a secret bingo. To celebrate the 2nd anniversary of Skyblock Bingo, a special secret bingo is being held in December. To complete the bingo, you must figure out the goals and complete them. Interesting, so instead of being given the task, I guess you have to figure them out, which is an odd concept. Other changes! What is this all about? Huh? What is this? You can now hover over the header of the salvage text in chat to view the list of the items you've salvaged. Fantastic, because I'm sure if you've salvaged a Terminator, you'd want to be reminded. I know the pain. Okay, if anyone remembers, I'm not going to talk about it. Honestly, the patch notes are absolutely, it's actually huge. There's so many things that they've changed. It's actually quite impressive. To be honest, this is just my opinion, and if I have to be honest, I think this is so much better than the Halloween event that they brought out. I really just didn't like it at all, but this is actually good. There's so many things going on, not like there wasn't with the Halloween event, but this just feels a lot more complete. I don't know why, it just does. Be interested to know what you guys think of this update though, and if you are participating in this new event, then what are you actually doing? Are you doing it for money? Maybe you're just doing it for fishing XP, who knows? But for me personally, I just like the idea of the Jerry Island being there all the time. And I know it's not going to be there all the time, but it's going to be there for quite a while. I don't know why, I just like that. I like the Jerry Island, it's something different and it's nice. Of course, there are very real uses to the items that you get there, and now you can make quite a lot of money from just simply participating in simple events, which is good. Anyway, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.